Good evening and welcome to NoorNews. Tonight, we track rising regional tensions as the U.S. urges citizens to leave the Middle East, while also covering the tragic loss of Mountaineer Nirmal Purja in Pakistan. Let's begin our report with the thousands now heading home from the Moroccan border. Thousands of individuals who had gathered at the border of the Spanish enclave of Ceuta have begun their journey home, as authorities coordinate a large-scale return to the Moroccan city of Fnaidaq. According to Al Jazeera, the relocation process commenced on Friday and continued throughout Saturday, with many people boarding buses organized to facilitate their departure from the border zone. This movement follows a period of significant pressure at the frontier, where thousands had crossed into the territory earlier in the week. Local officials and security forces have been managing the logistics of the transit, ensuring that the return to Moroccan territory proceeds in an orderly fashion. While the situation at the border remains a focal point for regional observers, the current operation marks a shift toward de-escalation. The return of these individuals is being closely monitored by humanitarian organizations and government agencies to ensure the process adheres to established protocols. As the buses continue to depart, the focus remains on stabilizing the area and addressing the underlying factors that prompted the initial surge. Further updates are expected as the remaining groups are processed and transported back to their respective locations in the coming hours. The United States mission to the United Arab Emirates has issued a formal advisory urging American citizens currently in the Middle East to consider departing the region while commercial flights remain available. The guidance, released on August 1, emphasizes that those who choose to remain should prepare contingency plans for potential security disruptions. According to Al Jazeera, the advisory comes amid heightened regional tensions and concerns over a possible escalation in hostilities. The mission specifically noted that while commercial options are currently operational, the situation remains fluid and could change rapidly, potentially limiting the ability of the U.S. government to assist in large-scale evacuations. American citizens are being encouraged to monitor local media, maintain a low profile, and ensure their travel documents are current. The alert follows a series of diplomatic efforts aimed at de-escalating regional friction, though the U.S. State Department maintains that the security environment across several Middle Eastern nations remains volatile. Officials have not provided a specific timeline for how long commercial transit routes will remain viable, prompting the preemptive call for citizens to evaluate their personal safety and travel arrangements immediately. The mission continues to update its security protocols as the regional landscape evolves. Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan has held a series of high-level telephone consultations with his Turkish and Kuwaiti counterparts to address the ongoing escalation of regional tensions. According to the Saudi Gazette, the discussions focused on coordinating diplomatic strategies to contain the current crisis and prevent further instability. During his conversation with Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan, Prince Faisal reviewed the latest regional developments, with both officials emphasizing the necessity of supporting international diplomatic initiatives aimed at de-escalation. The ministers underscored the importance of maintaining open channels of communication to manage the situation effectively. Separately, Prince Faisal received a call from Kuwaiti Foreign Minister Sheikh Jarrah Jaber Al-Ahmed Al-Sabah. The two ministers reaffirmed the importance of continued bilateral coordination to safeguard regional security. A central theme of both discussions was the collective commitment to protecting freedom of navigation and ensuring long-term stability across the region. These diplomatic exchanges reflect a broader effort by Riyadh to engage with key regional partners to mitigate risks and promote a unified approach to the current security challenges. The Saudi Foreign Ministry continues to prioritize these consultations as part of its ongoing commitment to regional peace and the containment of conflict through sustained diplomatic engagement. Pressure is mounting on FIFA President Gianni Infantino as major football governing bodies demand a full, independent review of the organization's current leadership. According to Al Jazeera, the call for a formal assessment has gained significant momentum, drawing support from influential confederations across Europe, North and Central America, and the Caribbean. These organizations have expressed growing concerns regarding the transparency of FIFA's internal governance and the direction of the body under Infantino's tenure. The push for accountability follows a series of controversies that have sparked debate over the federation's administrative practices and decision-making processes. While FIFA has historically maintained that its internal mechanisms are sufficient to address institutional challenges, the coordinated stance from these regional governing bodies suggests a deepening rift within the global football community. Critics argue that a comprehensive, third-party review is now essential to restore confidence among stakeholders and ensure that the organization adheres to international standards of integrity. As the demand for oversight intensifies, the leadership faces an increasingly difficult task in maintaining consensus among its member associations. FIFA has yet to issue a formal response to the specific request for an independent audit, leaving the future of the current leadership structure under intense scrutiny as the debate continues to unfold on the international stage. Renowned mountaineer Nirmal Purja has died following an avalanche in Pakistan, according to reports from his company. The incident occurred during a high-altitude expedition, marking a tragic end for one of the most celebrated figures in modern mountaineering. While details regarding the exact location and circumstances of the avalanche remain under review, his company confirmed the fatality earlier today. According to the BBC, the mountaineer gained global recognition in 2019 for a historic feat of endurance, during which he successfully scaled all 14 of the world's peaks exceeding 8,000 meters in just over 6 months. That achievement, known as Project Possible, shattered previous records and solidified his reputation as a pioneer in the sport. Purja, a former member of the British Special Forces, was widely respected for his technical expertise and his ability to navigate the world's most dangerous terrains. His death has prompted an outpouring of tributes from the international climbing community, who have highlighted his significant contributions to the sport and his role in pushing the boundaries of human performance. Authorities in Pakistan are currently coordinating with local rescue teams to manage the aftermath of the incident, as the mountaineering community mourns the loss of a record-breaking athlete. At least 9 people have been killed following a series of Russian ballistic missile strikes on the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv. The attack marks a significant escalation in Moscow's ongoing aerial campaign against the city's infrastructure and residential areas. According to the BBC, emergency services are currently working through the rubble of damaged buildings to locate survivors, with officials warning that the death toll could rise as search operations continue throughout the day. The strikes represent one of the most intense barrages on the capital in recent weeks, drawing widespread international condemnation. Amidst the heightened tensions on the ground, the Ukrainian military has reported a tactical success in the Black Sea. Kyiv claims its forces have successfully sunk a Russian container ship, though details regarding the specific vessel and the circumstances of the strike remain under assessment. The BBC reports that this naval engagement underscores the persistent and evolving nature of the conflict, as both sides continue to exchange fire across multiple fronts. Military analysts suggest that the intensification of missile attacks on Kyiv may be a strategic response to recent Ukrainian gains in the maritime theater, signaling a shift toward more aggressive, long-range targeting by Russian forces as the conflict enters a new, volatile phase. The current Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo has now become the deadliest in the nation's history, according to the World Health Organization. Health officials report that the viral strain has claimed 1,587 lives since the start of the current epidemic. The situation remains critical as medical teams struggle to contain the spread of the virus across the region. According to the BBC, the scale of this outbreak has surpassed previous records, presenting significant challenges for international aid organizations and local health authorities. A primary concern for responders is the lack of a universally approved vaccine or standardized treatment protocol, which complicates efforts to manage infected patients and prevent further transmission. The WHO continues to monitor the situation closely, emphasizing that the absence of definitive medical interventions necessitates a focus on rigorous containment strategies and public health education. While international support has been mobilized to assist local efforts, the combination of the high mortality rate and the lack of therapeutic options continues to strain the regional healthcare infrastructure. Authorities are urging continued vigilance as they work to track contacts and isolate new cases to prevent the virus from reaching more densely populated areas. Thank you for joining us for this verified update on today's global headlines. We remain committed to bringing you the facts as they unfold. NoorNews, verified before published.